There are 4 different lists of 12s in the New Testament. Here is Matthew 10, and Mark and 3, and Luke chapter 6, and Acts 1. These are also called disciples and apostles. Notice that they are first called Christ's apostles, but first disciples. They were not called Christ's apostles yet. They were called disciples. Right? We talked about that. Do not go into the ways of the Gentiles. This is the pattern of the gospel. It is for the Jews first and also for the Greeks. Romans 1:16. Right? So there's an order. Once again, when we get the apostle's name, there's an order to it. Peter. What is it? Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Right? His brothers. So we get an order. We got Peter and the brothers, and then there's different sections of other pairs of brothers, and then there's singles, the single people, right? The single people. So there's an order to the list. There's an order to the list. Well, same thing is there's an order to God's will. There's an order to God's will. Right? So we have to be in order. We're not to step ahead of the order. We're not to lead the Spirit. We're supposed to be led by the Spirit. So don't step out of your anointing. Take your time, right? The gospel will go to both the Samaritans and the Gentiles, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Who are the lost sheep? The question is, who are the lost sheep, right? In a sense, all of them were. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned away, everyone to his own ways. Isaiah 53:6. Yet in another sense, there were also lost sheep that were abused and neglected by their spiritual shepherds, the scribes, the priests, and the Pharisees. This is the sense of Jeremiah 56, right? Jeremiah 56. So when you look at it, they were neglected. God sent them Pharisees. He sent them priests, scribes, but they didn't do their job right, and they neglected them, so they were lost sheep still. Therefore, Jesus is our shepherd. He is the good shepherd. The Father sent forth His Son to redo it, right? To reestablish a new covenant, right? Because so many were so spiritually neglected, Jesus sent His apostles out. The beginning of the mission to the neglected lost sheep of Israel may be found in the Capernaum feast. So Matthew 9:10, when Jesus sat with the sinners. So what did He use? He used Matthew. So He's bringing in the lost sheep, right? The sinners. But the Pharisees weren't invited. They were looking at us, judging, right? Because they were the ones neglecting. And how did they neglect? They judged people. They looked down on people. And this is what Jesus went there for. He was sent forth to recollect the lost sheep of Israel, starting with them. And then you go to